What's going on, folks? Welcome to Sunrise live and direct from sunny England, and you are watching in real time the sun coming over the horizon. In fact, those group of hills you can see in the distance is Rao Tor. I don't know why I told you that. I shouldn't have told you that. I'm usually a bit more careful about that. Anyway, have a look in the sky, folks. Can you see the crisscrosses? So, according to the newspapers and the television, the government and the globalists are planning in the next few weeks to begin blocking the sun. Now, unless you're a complete fucking retard, you have been, and you have not been paying attention, they have been blocking the sun for at least the 90s. It's increased and increased and increased since probably the 80s, but the 90s specifically, certainly when I woke up around 2011, 2012, something like that, properly, when I had an awakening experience using the spirit molecule, I was already kind of awake. However, it is possible to go back to sleep with all the poisons that they chuck everywhere, right? So, and depending on who you're hanging around with, indoctrinating you into the cult of culture. Anyway, folks, if you look at the crisscrosses, I was awake at 4 o'clock this morning, and I can tell you for a fact that they have been spraying since 4:30 this morning. And I can tell you for a fact, almost every day, 365 days a year, they are spraying the skies, just like you see, from 4 o'clock in the morning. That's the time they like to do it, because most people are asleep, undetected. However, as you can see also, they don't give a fuck, because most retards out there will literally defend the lie and go, oh, they're just condensation trails. However, the government's got multiple patents, and multiple pilots have been caught using these. I mean, there's evidence coming out of my fucking ears. How much evidence do you need, folks? There's planes that have been caught releasing their cargo whilst docked at an airport, So, what's that about, dumb cunts? Oh, it's just condensation trails on the tarmac at the airport. You're thick as a fucking box of rocks. The thing is, it doesn't matter how much evidence you show these cunts. They will literally deny and deny and deny, because they're working for the demons, Satan, the devil, AI, right? That's who they're working for. They have AI flowing through their veins, mate. They have AI in their pocket. They're literally talking to ChatGPT to try and see how they can best go about leading their life. I mean, these people are demented, right? Demented. Anyway, back to the spraying. So I'm seeing a lot of the NPCs like, oh, this is just outrageous. The government is talking about dimming the sun. Well, take a look, motherfucker. It's happening, and it's been happening, and it'll continue to happen. And actually, it's a lot deeper than you even think. I've explained in a previous video about the metaphorical spraying, dimming your light. But it's also about, it's multi-layered. These are not necessarily planes that you're seeing. Some of them are, some of them are not. Okay? They are Draco ships, cloaking themselves as airplanes. And These are the prison guards, okay, folks? These are the draconian rule makers, right? Come on, wake up, you fucktards. And yeah, they've been spraying for years. I remember travelling to Stonehenge around 2011, 2012, and they do this every summer solstice. They spray the shit out of it. They try and cover up the sun. Any kind of like important meeting place. They've used weather warfare on festivals for years, mate. Again, I remember going to one in 2018 and they made the whole thing they made people's tents blow down. Hailstorm. They only did it over the festival though, right? That's how accurate they can get. And then you've got these other dumb cunts that like, oh, the Aurora Borealis is visible over England. How wonderful. No, dickhead. It's the fucking high altitude aerial research program or whatever it's called. HAARP, yeah? Charging particles, you know. It's the fucking weather modification cunts fucking with the atmosphere. Dickheads. Oh, isn't it pretty? The Aurora Borealis. You're a fuckwit, mate. A waste of oxygen. So, there you go. Does that look like a condensation trail? And I've kept this camera still now for 6 minutes. And the line is still in the sky. In fact, there's a crisscross, right? Crisscross, crisscross, crisscross. And you're starting to see the clouds forming, the lines, yeah? Oh, that's just condensation. You're a dumb cunt. And, you know, there's no place for dumb cunts in this realm. You need to have some inner guidance, mate. Divine wisdom, intelligence, genius. That's what we need here. That's what's called for. Not dumb cunts that when they're presented with evidence just, oh, but the television says, you know. Anyway, so apparently, like, the television and the newspaper has been talking about, oh, the government, they're going to start spraying, they're going to start dimming the sun. Well, look, folks, does that not look today? This is 2 weeks before it's supposedly beginning to start happening. This is happening, has been happening for years, mate. Years and years and years. We've been telling you for years and years and years. And, you know, what is one to do? I told you to stop eating meat, and still billions of animals are being slaughtered. I've told you many things, and people ignore. That's on them, okay? The truth will be outed. So, this is what the sky looks, and this is a relatively good morning, you know, this is a clear sky. Sometimes you cannot see anything for clouds. Grey, miserable. They've been controlling this shit for years. We're in a controlled environment, within a dome, folks. If you don't think that they're able to manipulate, control weather, people have been doing this. Let me just get this straight, right? Using magic and various other means, people have been doing this for thousands of years, able to manipulate energies and weather, creating storms, creating this, creating that. Imagine if you could control the weather. What a great weapon that would be in your arsenal. You know, it's nothing new, folks. But this dimming of the sun, I would suggest, is, of the last 50 years, a new phenomenon, which, again, people need to basically lynch who's in charge, find out who's doing it, and deal with them. How else do you propose we deal with the demons that are doing this? Peaceful protest! Peaceful protest! You're all retarded, mate. Let me tell you about peaceful protest. You know, Martin Luther King pushing the whole peaceful protest narrative, that was a CIA fucking operative pushing a psyop on the people. Oh, we must be peaceful in our protest. Yeah, okay. That worked, didn't it? Yeah. You know, you've got to be careful what you say on these fucking platforms, mate. Basically, you can't really speak a lot of truth because, you know, that the demons are demons and they're listening and they will twist everything you say. You're inciting violence and hatred. Shut your fucking mouth, you demon scum. Meanwhile, they're literally genociding the entire population of Earth. It's called Project, you know, it's just like Project Slow Kill. You know, slowly just chip away at them with all the chemicals, just dumb them down, poison their fucking atmosphere, poison their fucking... Do you know what I mean, folks? And they're like, oh, you can't say that. You are fucking demented. So there you go, folks. It's not new. It's been going on for a while. We told you so fucking 12 years ago, 13 years ago. Didn't fucking listen. Some people did. Some people can't. You know, all you got to do is look up in the sky, folks. That ain't normal. That's not normal, mate. For a fucking trails to be left in the sky. It's not normal. Oh, but it is. It's contrails. Anyway, folks, I'll leave the video there. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink.